Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon or good morning, depending on from where you're watching us. This is Oscar, your host for tonight, and with me is Alberto. Alberto, how are you doing?
Hello, Oscar. I'm fine, thank you. What about you? I'm really excited for the night today.
I am very well as well, and I'm exceptionally excited for this one. It is a rematch compared to what we had last year, but before we dive into it, let's have a quick recap of what we've seen in the competition so far. Previously in the knockout stages, so France had a bye in the quarterfinals, finishing first in the round robin stage. Italy, on the other hand, had to face off against several teams to reach over here, so they had practice, and well, they deserved their place in the grand final this time, having beaten all the teams previously. They beat Japan in the semi-final 6-3, as you can see that on the stream. And before that, it was Germany 9-0 in the quarterfinals. France, as I just said, did not have quarterfinals, had a bye, and reached the semi-final straight. Fought against Poland for a 7-2, and now both teams are going to face off in the grand final. In the bronze final that we saw yesterday, let's have a quick look at the results. It was a victory for Japan, so Japan is our official bronze winner in the eSailing Nations Cup 2024, having winning 5-4 against Poland. That was a very interesting match, very tight match, with lots of changes throughout the whole of the evening and until the very last race, very last leg, the fate was decided. And we're hoping for the same thing for us, the viewers, tonight with Italy versus France, as the teams are getting ready to enter the first race. And
Yep, the people are getting ready now. We have Sorrenti at the moment on the line, but I think we can give the start.
And if everyone is here, then let's give the start and let's jump straight into it. First race is going to be France versus Italy 2v2 in the Star. I'm excited for this, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. I can see the roster. The quality of the team is insane. We have a world championship, world champion, world finalist. France, on their hand, they have like two world champions. Italy have one world champion. On the other hand, Italy have Sosi that she is the she qualified with Singapore like Pepito did. So definitely the night is on the paper an amazing night we're looking for.
Yep.
I
And
think
well,
it's
we see
time to we
yep, a
yeah go.
small change in the French roster. We usually see Barbie play with Alex K in the 2v2s. The French decided to mix it up and maybe surprise their opponents this time, going with Breast Power instead of Alex K, the 2v2 star race. The Italians on the other side stayed with the same um, the same matchup, Sozi and 42. Very strong combination between these two players, and 10 seconds to go for the start.
I think the French are putting all their hope from race number 6. And that is a really interesting move. No big mistake. Ooh, nice. There was a double tack. I do not understand why Barbie did not continue on Sozi, but Sozi was really lucky that Barbie tacked, because if not, probably a penalty was in hand for her.
Yep, so slightly better start from the Italians here as they take the lead. According to the ranking on the left, they're going to be above the French and they're going to have control over Barbie and their wind shadow over here. Breast Power slightly on their port. We'll see who reaches the mark first, and our mark chap is likely going to happen over there. Vito Black Team Forza Italia. Nice to see you in the chat. We see the support for the Italians. Jérôme Trogan, Allez la France. Seeing the support for the
Yeah,
French on the World Sailing YouTube channel over there.
yeah, we have Italian, we have French, and personally, Vito is from nearby my hometown, so thank you, Vito. I know him really well. But going back to the race, we have the Trouble Breast Power attacking in front of Sozi, slowing her down, but this is a planned move from Sozi that she is obeying a way to slow down also Barbie. So in that way, she will not diminish the distance between her and her opponent in the back, while Lorenzo Sorrenti is trying to push Breast Power LS42 go to keeping the first position. So it'll be an interesting part now. This latest part of the upwin because it depends if Barbie can give a penalty to Suzy.
Yep. And well, I'm gonna speak a bit of stats over here. So this is the second time that we see these two teams in the final. They've met in 2023 in the grand final. It was an Italian win 5-4. They've met again in the round robin this year, and it was a 7-0 in favor of Italy. So
Yeah,
Italy
but
has a long winning streak against the French currently. Though if you look at the past performances, sorry, the French have 3
Mhm.
gold medals and 1 silver medal in the eSailing Nations Cup. Italy, on the other hand, have 1 gold medal in 2023 and 1 bronze medal in the Nations Cup. If you look at the 2v2 mixed races, well, mixed race stats, how they performed in the previous round robin, France has won 2 only out of their 7 2v2 mixed races, where Italy has won 6 out of their 8. France averaging at 5.57, yeah, and Italy averaging at 4.25. So again, the stats will give the advantage to the Italians. And we see over here, Breast Power is going to leave 42 alone, and he's going to come help Barbie to attack Sozi, while 42 is going to slow down. In the chat, the true kick, Fortsat 42, Janine Arras, Allez la France. Again, very mixed supports in the channels, in the chats. That's nice to see.
that is absolutely amazing. That's all the we have so many followers for this event that are rooting for one team or the other. I'm so happy to see all of the people on live event right now watching this amazing grand final 2022. At the
Yep.
moment, Sosi is like left alone by Lorenzo Sorrenti that says, "I want to bring it back to the. I want to bring the game back to the last part of the race, and let's see if Sosi is actually being able to distance from Trap Barbie. They have
It's
over
going to be very
300
tight
meters.
between these two.
Yeah,
Currently, there is the
and
overlap between Sozi and Barbie. Breast Power also abandoned Barbie and continued to go towards 42. He's now slowing down. We can see him easing his sails at the top over there of your screen. So does 42, kind of waiting to see what happens between these two players, Sozi and Barbie. Which one will put the penalty on the other? Which one will take the advantage? To see how they react. In 2v2s, you want to have the 1 and 2, or the 2 and 3 if you want to win. Having fourth place is an automatic loss. And that would likely be the strategy for both teams, making sure that one of the opponents is in fourth place and keeping them there.
it's a really tricky situation because here you cannot understand how if there is the overlap, if there is not the overlap, the is part of centimeters here.
Yeah. And
Ooh,
it was a false maneuver here by Barbie, taking the penalty, trying to attack Suzy. Suzy managed to break the overlap and forcing
yeah.
Barbie to ram into her, which means that Barbie will take the penalty. It's going to be slowed down for 10 seconds. We're going to see Breast Power here get closer to 42 as they approach the mark.
He will definitely do a trap mark for Sozi, but that's why Lorenzo should do a trap mark for Sozi too, allowing her
And Lorenzo doing
to
a perfect job here to put the penalty on Breast Power.
absolutely amazing. Giving the if we go on paper, we have Sozi that is a finalist in Singapore, Lorenzo that was a finalist in both Trieste and Stockholm. So definitely on paper, Italy here had the advantage. Um, it's not finished yet, but the
No,
rooster for Italy was
not
definitely
finished, but
strong
they're
in this
gonna, yep,
2v2.
they're gonna start this upwind in the lead. That's gonna make it easier for them. And we see a bit of a friendly fire here. Breast Power taking a penalty, Barbie having to do a maneuver to try to avoid him, and that's gonna slow them down even more, increasing the gap between the two Italians and the two French. And the Italians currently have control over the French. Vito Black
Yep.
Team showing his support for Sozi and very chick. like a bit of go action, and don't keep the advantage which you have, French. So we see different support messages in the chat. Keep supporting your team. They're also going to be watching the live as well.
We have the captain from the Polish team in on Twitch,
Yep.
Varivoda Kristiev. Checks that it is uh, like welcome or thank you. It was like a greeting salute. If I do not remember bad from.
Oh, greetings to you, too, then, Vari. Well, Italy's still in control of the French. I don't see the French being able to overtake one of them. And if they do, it's going to be hard to push that player into fourth. But we never know. But this first round seems to go for the Italians. It's going to be a repeat of the round robin. Let me remind you that in the round robin, Italy has won 7-0 against France.
To be
But then
honest,
the French
Italy
bounced
have
back and arrived first in the round robin stage.
yeah, Italy have one of the strongest female in the game, so it's always difficult, especially if they put also Lorenzo Sorrenti in the roster to like beat them. So
yeah. Well, we have the confirmation here on your screen. Is going to be 1 and 2 for the Italians, 3 and 4 for the French. This is the first point going in favor of Italy. Now let the night begin.
yeah. Let's hope to see an amazing one because what is your feeling for this first race? Do they think that they put
Well, we still
everything they
see a
have?
very strong and confident Italian team on the in this 2v2 mixed races. I think this is one of their stronger race, and well, it just showed again.
Yeah.
So business as usual, I'm gonna say for the Italians so far.
Yeah. And to be honest, it was a really good start for the Italian team. But now we're changing a little bit of the format. It is a 3v3. So if you have 1 and 3, you're going to win. It's an Ilka boat, so completely different, and the level is completely different. Alex Kowalski, world champion in 2023, with Pepito. You introduced the French because you
Sure.
have.
So on the French roster, we'll see that on the screen at any moment. I see all 6 players in the race. So if everyone is in control of their boat, I guess it's a go.
Yep.
I only see. Okay. Yep. So we have Alex Kowalski,
Fine, right?
Alex K, known in game. Well, one of the grand finalists back in 2022, I think it was. Cool Xav Nice, which is a recurring member in this French team, very strong team racer as well. I think you said he had like 60% of win rate in the TRL. And Pepito, well, we know him a veteran again in this French team. Multiple finals, multiple wins in the French nationals as well, making his return. We haven't seen him in the Nations Cup so far, so we'll see if he's rusty a bit or not.
On the other hand, the Italian have 3 people that went to the final. Amos Di Benedetto went with me in Alicante. Fivrok was during the lockdown, and Luka Kozlovic was actually a 2019 third position in the World Championship in, I believe, was Bermuda. 18 seconds to go.
18 seconds to go, and I'm going to look at the chat because we see a lot of chatters over here, which is great to see. Lucanza Tao 207, Visto la Sozice Pazeshka. I'm going to let you answer that. Gato, hi all. Ciao Alberto, ciao Oscar. Nice to see you there. No charge, salut. Bonsoir. Hope you're doing well. Penalty start here on Alex K and a penalty on Alex Kowalski as well. Sorry, on Pepito as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hard start for the French. Chris1707, who's been the past Nations Cup winners? Well, France has won 3 times in a row. Italy has won once.
No. Is one France, one UK. We have a 4 edition, right? This is the 4th edition. Am I correct?
I'm going to confirm that.
Let
So
me
in
give me
2020, it
1 second.
was the Great Britain GBR victory for GBR in the Nations Cup. 2021,
Yeah,
2022, it was France, and France 2023 was Italy. And this is
yeah.
indeed the fifth edition this year.
The fifth edition, sorry. Yeah.
And we're going to see who wins. Ce serait dommage si la France perd cette fois-ci. It will be a shame if France were to lose this time. It will be for the French indeed. It will not be for the Italians. The Italians have a title to defend, and the French have revenge to take.
Yeah.
And Shakir back, you're correct. It was Italy who won the previous edition. And looking at the YouTube VR Go France, again some French support over there, and a lot of Italian support on the World Sailing YouTube.
Nice. So at the moment we have the group on first and second on the right hand side that are fighting against I believe, yeah, Kowalski and Xavnais, with Luka Kozlovic that is not making the mark, so he need to do a double. Oh no, yeah, sorry, it's a nine-shape course. Sorry,
Yeah,
he's making just the mark, and Amos Di Benedetto now is ready for the mark trap.
yeah, that's going to be very hard to come back for the French. Amos Benedetto is going to do anything possible to slow down the French just to give this extra room to his
Yeah,
teammates, create that distance so that it makes it harder at the end. But well, it looks like it's Will on his way for that. He's taking a bit of speed, and he's going to try to reach this mark zone first, try to do a mark trap, and puts the penalty here on Xevnais. Kowalski managed to get away, but Amos is gonna chase him. Pepito right behind him.
and this one is all due by the bad start from the French. Two penalties and two penalty starts for both Kowalski and Pepito
Yeah, I
were
think it was a penalty start
definitely too much.
for Pepito and a normal penalty for Alex K.
Okay, no, okay, but yeah,
But two penalties
these kind of
nonetheless.
things, yeah, is not going to help the situation, especially at this level where every single small mistake counts. At the moment, the French they risked too much in the start altogether, and with that, they're probably going to lose this game unless anything major happened.
Yep. Well, Amos Benedetto taking the penalty here from Alex Kowalski. They're gonna have a bit of a breather, but it's not gonna be enough to get away from his wind shadow. Meanwhile, Luka Kozlovic and FIV Rock have a 240-meter lead almost. So as long as everything goes according to plan, it's going to be pretty straightforward to them. Well, for them.
On the Twitch, there is a message from Korba, the Polish, and says, seems obvious that the Italian are pushing too much to the start. I totally agree with that. And this was exactly what I was saying to Oscar before the streaming. Italy put a lot of effort before the start, the first races of the start, while the French are bringing the top players on the last part, even if not considering this roster as top players from France. It seems like uh, this is one of the best roster that French can put in a 3v3. I believe only Azir instead of Xavnice, that considering Xavnice that is an amazing player too, um, could be improving this, but as we can see in this start of the race, that was not the problem.
Yep.
So I believe we can start to think about race number 3. What do you think?
Yep. Well, this kind of what we saw over here kind of goes with what we've seen previously in the round robins. Obviously, Italy also won this run against France in the round robin, but overall, they also win more often and have a lower average than the French in the 3v3 Ilkas. They average at 8.50 points. well, the French average at 9.57. So both usually win their 3v3s. Obviously, one has to win, one has to lose when they're facing each other. And one Lucas 094 Kadu JFC, thank you for the follow. And well, I see a lot of chats also from the True Kick on the World Sailing YouTube. Unfortunately, I do not speak Italian, so I cannot really understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
But
it was like Amos to give the penalty was passed by an amazing Kowalski, and Kowalski, sorry. The Kowalski sorry is kind of
fair
easy.
enough. Yeah, Kovacic, sorry, I got that. But it is the 1 and 2 confirmed for the Italians. It's gonna be 3-4-5. Well, 3-4 so far for the French. We're gonna see if they also get the fifth
Yeah,
between
yeah, three, four,
Amos and
five. Yeah,
Alex. We've seen Alex putting several penalties on Amos at the back. Unfortunately, that's not going to change anything. Probably some practice, some warm up for later on. But
yeah,
it's going to be 2-0 after the
yeah.
first two races.
That's definitely a good start for the Italian. But I will not. Italian are used to get comfortable when they are like 4-0 and then lose 5-4. So I think we can expect everything. Amos Di Benedetto today he got 6 penalties. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, 6 penalties. Unfortunately, it was during the last upwind. We've seen Alex doing several dial downs on him, just making sure that he stays behind. That didn't change the overall, but yeah, at least Alex K got his practice in on how to do a dial down and how to put a penalty on. We're gonna go into the next race very soon. Sorry, it's gonna be the 4v4 J70.
Yeah.
Kind of a different boat with the speed this time. What can we say about the J70?
J70 is one of the most favorite boat for all the teams. It's one of the more neutral. I believe the best design from the best design from you guys. This one, especially the roster for today, I think it will show us how much the team are thinking of the quality of this boat. All the best sailors are in this race, and I believe we can see definitely a good show on this 4v4. If you want, I can start the roster for the Italy, where
Yep,
Lorenzo
go for it.
Sorrenti, 42. We have FIV Rock, that is Rocco Guerra. Amos Di Benedetto is Amos Di Benedetto. And Tommy Tumble is Tommaso Tamble. If you want, I can give it a start.
Yep, looks like all 8 players are in, so it can be the start. For race number 3 in this France versus Italy in the grand final of the eSailing Nations Cup 2024. On the French side, we're gonna have Alex Kowalski again, ATL Pepito again, Luc, and Kriegville. All names that you're gonna recognize in this French squad. On the Italian side as well. So, as you said, it is a very high level on both teams, and well, we're gonna hope for some fights, and we're gonna hope for a good start on both teams because that's gonna make it more interesting for us later on.
Yeah.
And Helmer, hello to
I,
everyone. May the best team win. Hello to you too, and Gato. Well done, Italy. Are they the top player for France? Asks Gadou GFC. You would say that they're part of the top players. Yeah, Alex K has won the eSailing World Championship once. Pepito has won the French nationals. Luc and Criqueville have always been in the national finals as well, in the semifinals for the eSailing World Championship as well. So definitely four of the strongest French players.
To be honest, the biggest star that is in eSailing in France is Tristan Perron Azier, and we will see him from race number 6.
So it is a go. We see 2 penalties on the Italians this time.
Yeah.
That was FIV Rock and Amos, I think, maybe.
No, Amos just started bad.
Okay. So it was
But
42, I
at
think,
the
then.
moment is definitely an amazing start from the French. That was we were waiting for. A nice comeback from The guys in pink, I can say.
Yep. Indeed, better start for them. They're kind of above the Italians. We're going to see a dial down here from Alex K on 42. Told you that he was practicing on Amos. And the previous one with the 6 penalties he put on Amos. And
Just remember, the people who do not know much about team race is if you tied up, the one who has the best people in the front are going to lose. So in case of 18 points, so is 1, 2, 7, 8 is a match that is going to lose. So even if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for France, that doesn't mean the games is completely ruined, even if France at the moment have a huge advantage. But that means if Italy can manage to have a 4v2, they put them two French in the bottom of the race, Italy can still win this race.
yeah, how the scoring works in team racing, you just add the points, well, the position of each member of the team. And that creates the points for the team at the end of the race. Previously in the 4v4, J17 was again an Italian win. It was an Italian win for every race in the round robin. But it was 18-18, so it was actually a tie in the 4v4 J17 round robin, but it was in favor of the Italians because the French had, as you just said, 1, 2, and 7, 8, meaning that they had the first place. So the win goes to Italy. France averages at 17.43 points for the 4v4, where Italy averages at 16.25. So again, the advantage will go to the Italians statistically. So with what we're seeing on the water right now, it is the 4 French in front, and one of them is likely gonna stay behind to try to do the mark trap, and mark number 2 to try to slow down the Italians and give more space to their teammates.
And to be honest, for the French team, they have the best they can have. That is Alex Kowalski. And I believe he will do an amazing mark trap right now and give a lot of penalties.
Yeah, we see him slow him down, easing his sails. He's going to force 42 to take the long turn, putting the penalty on Amosi Benedetto and FIV Rock.
Yeah, I told you that that was happening. Alex is such a strong player, and that's definitely on his hand that
Yeah,
he's
he
making
did
the
manage
French
to
team
slow them
winning
down a
this
bit,
race.
but we see that Kriegville and Gansfrey could still be caught in the wind shadow of one of the Italians. They're not that far ahead.
And the real thing is, at the moment, FIV Rock uh, is not on the puff. It's like see Tommy Tumble going at 13
He's picking a bit
knots.
of speed right now, going from 9 to now 11.2 knots. Alex Kowalski is going to focus on 42 over here, closest, well, the Italian closest to the French. Try to slow him down a bit more. Do not forget about Amosi Benedetto on the right over there, alone.
Let's see if he have the possibility to cover someone. Uh, Nice and a strange move from FIV Rock. Let's see if he's going to pay off, but definitely going a 4 knots less than the rest of the fleet is not definitely to be.
They're probably trying something to try something.
Yeah.
Cadou GFC, allez les Bleus. Still some support for the French. They're going to need it. They're losing 2-0 for now, but it's looking good in this race in the 4v4 J70. They might take the win over here, and it does look like they will. The first French boat, ITA Pepito, is going to round the mark, and he's soon going to be followed by his 2 teammates, Gansuluk and Kriegville. El Gato Logan, thank you for the follow as well. And we see another
Another
penalty
penalty
here
for
on
Kowalski.
Tommy Tambo, other penalty on FIV Rock.
I think for we can put as a task for the next one, for the next Nations
And
Cup,
yeah,
that you put in the list how many penalties someone give to other, because at the moment Alex Kowalski is like a
is doing the
beast.
work, and he looked like Tommy Tambo wanted to avoid the penalty at all costs, and by doing that, he unfortunately touched the mark and did not round it the proper way, so had to go back, and that's going to put a lot of distance.
Yeah.
Hola desde Argentina. So Elga Logan from Argentina. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Are you French, Rafael K06? If you're asking me, I am French indeed. Alberto here is Italian, so we're gonna have a France versus
Both
Italy on the
representative here.
match, and France and Italy in the commentating booth.
Yeah. So at the moment, I believe this one is an amazing race done by the French. From the start until the finish, amazing job done from Alex Kowalski that did not give any chance to the Italian.
No, he
Amazing
really
job
put in the
from
work and put as many penalties as he could. We'll look at the stats maybe. Who took the most penalties? And we'll probably know that most of them were given by Alex K. Pepito
yeah.
against Crickville still fairly safe on the front over there, controlling this middle section of the course. And then we're seeing the French being a bit riled up in the chat over here. You're French, yes, I'm French, Kadouf. Alex is so good, he is. On va démonter les Italiens. That's basically saying we're going to absolutely obliterate the Italians. I don't think it's going to be an absolute obliteration. We are still losing 2-0 for France.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
And the French first three are crossing the finish line. It is 1, 2, 3 confirmed for France. Number 4 is going to go to Amos Di Benedetto, and we'll see if Alex is going to keep the 5 or 42 maybe can steal it from him.
Yeah, 42 can steal it from him,
Yeah.
but I believe amazing job done by Kowalski. Really, really impressive.
MVP of the round.
Yeah, definitely.
And there we
As
have it. 1,
Lorenzo
2,
was,
3, 6 for France. 4, 5,
yeah,
7, 8 for the Italians. We've seen in the graph over here that it's well pretty straightforward for the first three. As soon as they start this, they round the first mark. Well, it was a easy save for them, and then it was just Alex K doing the work behind.
yeah.
And well, Tommy Tambo took the
Um,
largest number of penalties, and one of them was self-inflicted. But we're gonna head over to the
doesn't,
next race.
yeah. So the first MVP was Lorenzo. The second MVP, I think, was Amos doing the same work that Alex Kowalski did for the 4v4. So we have a lot of MVP that are doing amazing mark traps, and to be honest, I saw a lot of quality on this one.
Yep. Well, now it's 2-1 the French answering to the 2-0 of the Italians. Are they going to manage to take this fourth round and tie it up or not? We will see. But we're going to head over very shortly to the 5v5 offshore racer. Kind of a different strategy over here. And the 5v5 offshore racer, it's still the N-shaped course, so it's still going to be an upwind reaching downwind reaching upwind with the marks on starboard at the start.
Can you see everybody's
we're gonna
in?
have light winds. I see 10 players in. I think everyone is in control of their boat.
Yeah, no message from the teams. So I think we can give the start.
Let's go.
So on the Italian roster, the former world champions, Velista 71, Filippo Lanfranchi, Siu Leketer, Nicolo Gatti, Moro di Napoli, Antonio Moro, Luca Kozlovic, and Charizard, Stefano Bonatti.
And on the French side, we're going to see Julie Fra, Alex Kowalski, Valentine, Lisa, Picville, and Mournier. Valentine Lisa is Stéphane Galzin. And as a player
Really
name.
well said.
I've worked on the accent.
I need to work on that.
Nikosh86 Trap. Hi, everyone. And the interesting question here from Raphael K06. What's the difference between the J70 and the mixed J70? So in the mixed J70, each team has to have at least one female and at least one male in the team, and they can complete the third player with whoever they want. And in the J70, there are no restrictions on how many players from each gender. So there we go.
5 seconds to the start.
Yep. Comment sont qualifiés les participants, which is how are the team members qualified or how the participant qualified. So this is actually the federation that is going to usually choose a captain and a co-captain. In this case, for the Italians, it's 42 Lorenzo and FIV
See you later.
Nico. See you
Yeah, see you
later.
later.
And for the French, it's going to be Acer and Alexandre Kowalski, and then these two players will try to create their team with whatever restrictions the MNA has put onto them. MNA being the national federation, so the
Yeah.
FIV for France and the FIV for Italy.
So, do you want my prediction?
Go for it.
The team that will win will have a white and red color on the flag.
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Doesn't work, right?
Kind of joins what Shiloh is saying. The winning team will have a flag with
Yeah,
three
exactly.
colors. Who's
Exactly.
the favorite for this final? Well, hard to say. Definitely statistically, Italy has obliterated France in the round robin stage, winning 7-0. And in the previous final, in the grand final of 2023, it was Italy who won against France 5-4, stealing their gold medal. So, but then people will argue that the French are still the favorites. So, I guess both are favorites.
Yeah. There's no
Marion en
favorite
prison,
here.
go GG. Well played by the French. They do have the advantage, I think, over here.
Yeah, and they have a winning combo that is 1-2-5. If you have a 1-2-5 or better, you can always win. At the moment, French have 1-2-4, and definitely that is a nicely and easy win for the French.
Well,
on the
still not over
paper,
yet,
French
but
had it's still not over, but on the paper, French have a stronger team on the 5v5, on both the 5v5. And let's see if I am accurate on that or not.
yep. Well, the France averaging at 24.29 points in the round robin stages and the knockout stages for the 5v5 offshore racer. Italy is averaging at 25.5, so slight advantage for the French, usually performing slightly better than the Italians in the 5v5 offshore racer, but they did lose against them in the round robin, so we'll see how the rest of the race plays out. Currently, it is still the French advantage, having 1-2-5 is still the winning combo, and they do have 3 Italians in 7, 8, 9, so this is a very expensive places to have for the Italians. Je ne savais pas que la FEV participait au virtual racing, which basically means I do not know that the FEV participates in virtual racing. A lot of federations actually do participate. So, well, we see France and we see Italy over here, but there is also Switzerland, there's Japan, there's Poland, there was Turkey, Germany. There was the RYA for some time as well. And I'm missing a lot of them, but
yeah,
but
we
they
can
are putting
go
some interest in there.
later with that.
Yeah, and we're seeing again Mark Chaps here from Alex K on Moro de Napoli, and he's gonna just continue to slow down, make sure that he can try to disturb as much as he can the rest of the participants.
Amazingly done by the French. Not sure why Mournier is trying to slow down, but definitely 1-2-3-5 is an unbeatable combo. And congratulations for the 2-2, and I believe we need to we need to encourage this kind of behavior. The French did another amazing start, always in the lead
What is
from
Kiki
the
doing?
beginning. Not sure.
He could have crossed the finish line and decided not to. That's a risky thing. First place is very powerful in the 5v5, so if you have it, confirm it.
Yeah. I think he's bragging.
But we do see 1, 2, 3 for the French, and then it's going to be 4 for Velista 71, and 5 for Alex K, and then the rest of the Italian team is going to come
Yeah.
in. And Stefan Garzan might take, yeah, he's taking the 9th, and see you later. The Italian captain is going to finish the race in 10th. That is a tie now, 2-2. Well played by the French, nicely bounced back. And will the Italians continue?
Yeah.
Let the French win, or will they answer now?
Sorry, what do you mean?
I was just saying, what is going to be the Italian response to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the most important things that we needed to understand from this race is when the Italians are having a strategy when I think they consider to lose some of the race, but still they are doing they're putting down an amazing roster for that. But I think, for example, the 5v5, both of them, they do not put a lot of effort. Then they prefer to have to lose like the 5v5 and the 9v9. But the 4v4 J70 was unexpected, I believe, from them. So, this is kind of the tactic of focusing on some races rather than focusing on all the races, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's you have different strategies. Obviously, you have the strategy within the race, but you also have the strategy with how you create your team and when each player is going to play. So if you think that you're going to have more chances of just banking on 5 races and allowing yourself to lose 4, it is a risky strategy, but it could pay off as well. Currently, it is 2-2 for both. And we're going to head over to the 9v9 49er. It's going to be a bit unconventional this time, for team racing at least. It's going to get closer to fleet racing, but it is still a team race, so do be careful with the opponents. Help out your teammates.
2, 1, go.
So, 49er, what can we say about this boat?
Oh, this is one of my favorites. It's super fast, super intense. You need to have a really, really well balanced between mark traps and speed. This one is definitely the boat that is going to change a lot in the race.
Yep, and we're also having a different course this time. We're going with the LA2 course, so upwind, downwinds, steering away from the N shape that we've seen in the first 4 races. So that top mark, that windward mark, is going to be rounded by leaving it on your port, so on your left.
Yeah.
So watch out not to round it the incorrect way. Vittorio Costantini, Regata Persa in Partenza.
Yeah, means race lost in the start, but it's the
Yeah.
same Vito that was on the Twitch chat at the beginning.
Okay. Allez, Garçuluc, la Bretagne est avec toi. We see some French support for the region of Bretagne, which is Brittany.
Okay, thank you. Amazing start from Velista 71 that blocked like 4 different French boats. Impressive, really. And now he's getting the 4th position. It's just a start, but this is putting a lot of the pink boat behind.
Yeah, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the French. It is the 49er, so it is a fast boat, so everything can change quite quickly if there's a wrong maneuver, a wrong penalty somewhere. But it is a better start for the Italians, having 7 time players in the top 10.
In mine is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
So that one is an unbeatable combo. Is like if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can still lose. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a winning combo, I believe. because it's a 99. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a winning combo. So definitely a good start for the Italian.
Yeah. Well, stat-wise, they're actually very close, these two teams. Obviously, it was an Italian win again in the round robin, but you need 85.5 points or less to win, so basically 85 points or less if you want to win the 9v9. The French average at 74.71, and the Italians average at 75.25, so very
Wow,
slight advantage in the French statistically, but as we're seeing in the race over here, it is a clear Italian uh, first leg
dominance.
with these 6 players at the start, so one of them can likely try to do some sort of mark trap, or maybe
Yeah.
continue racing their race. We'll see what they decide to do.
Filippo Lanfranchi lost a couple of positions doing a couple of attacks on Jinsu Luke.
Yeah, and that about
But
Stéphane
Charizard
Gelzin.
catch back. So penalty
Stéphane
for
Gelzin,
Blue
Barbie,
Italian.
Mournier maybe coming in. At least a 71 and penalty currently.
But they still have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And they still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they also had for a brief moment there 15, 16, 17.
Let's see if
Well,
Amos
yeah.
Di Benedetto can keep the position, because probably Stefan Gazan is going to cover him and he will be in a mess here.
Yeah, we're seeing Stéphane Gelzin and Barbie getting closer to this top 5 Italian, putting the wind shadow. Amos Di Benedetto try maybe to do a penalty here on Barbie, missed her.
Yeah.
Barbie is doing,
Definitely is tougher now for the
yeah.
Italian, because I believe still a winning combo, but not that much, to be honest, in this way.
Well, it's not a clear win anymore because they do have well, the French quite close and mixing it in the top,
Yeah.
so they need to defend carefully. It's not it's not over yet, basically.
And especially because they put the rest of the team really in the back. Seems Charizard managed to get a couple of position here. Not much. Jinsu Luke, though, is in some trouble with Julie Fra, but they managed to put Fabio Zaccolo from Friuli Venezia Giulia from the 13th zone of Italy in the last position.
Yeah, and looks like that gap is getting slightly bigger now, a 40-meter difference between the last French and the last Italian. Though the Italians still have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 currently.
Yep. So still a good point for the Italian, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6 is definitely a good combo, but Amos Di Benedetto need to be super careful to not get any penalty. He lost the position on breast power at the moment, so he's 7th. But there is a right way shift coming back, so this is a nice, interesting challenge
Yeah, it looks like
for
the top
the
4 are, yeah,
Sicilian player.
the top 4 are more or less secured for the Italians, looks like it. And it's going to mostly play out between breast power, Amos, and what happens behind as well. So if the French want to have a chance, they need to push all the Italians they can at the back. The Italians need
Yep.
to just defend and not lose too many positions. As the first 4 Italians have rounded mark number 3. Amos is gonna,
Actually, Amos Di Benedetto catch the 5th
yeah,
position with an amazing move.
very well played by him, managing to get the 5th over here. Barbie is the one above him, and she's taking the mark zone and taking the 5th again. So this is the battle for the 5th over here.
Yep.
What's happening near 11-12 over here between Krigville, Charizard is gonna cover Kulgzev. Nice. As Amos is still defending against 3
From
French
3
now.
player.
Breast power, Stéphane Gelzin and Barbie. He is being slowed down by 2 knots. more now. But he does manage to put the penalty here on Stéphane Gazin as he was trying to overtake him.
Yeah. I'm not sure, to be honest, on the victory for the Italian at the moment, because the 8th position.
We see Breast Power doing a dial up
Yeah.
on Amos Di Benedetto. That's risky, but it looks like it did pay off. Two French managed to overtake him.
Or Charizard. Yeah.
So they're gonna take 5, 6, 7. Charizard is currently in 12th.
I'm not sure of the 5, 6, 7 actually. Look
Well, we'll
here.
see the
Look at the
confirmation,
finishing
but we
here.
do see quite some Italians at the back. Fabio Zac. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. No worries.
Um,
So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's an easy is a strong move, and no, most of the time is a winning one. But it's hard to commentate on that. So 1, 2, 3,
it
4,
was very
9.
close. It is an Italian win.
Yeah. It's an Italian win, and I'm sure about that. But probably less than 10 points.
Italian win. It is 89 to 82.
Told you, less than 10 points.
And let's go over the roster. On the French side, we're going to see Acer making his first race in this final. Pepito, who we've seen several times, and Barbie, we've seen several times as well before. So the French captain with Pepito and Barbie. And on the Italian side, I will let you introduce them.
So we have FIV Rocco Guerra from Puglia region. We have Lorenzo Sorrenti, LS42 from Genoa, Liguria, and Sosi from Rosalba Giordano from Calabria. All three of them were finalists. 42 and Rock world champion finalist, Sosi Singapore for the Olympics.
Yeah, we're seeing some interesting moves even in the pre-start. Each team is going to try to gain a slight advantage on the other. We've seen Acer take a penalty while trying to attack one of the Italians, taking another penalty over here. 20 seconds to go.
Finally, we are able to see the star of this match. What do you think?
Well, we'll see. There's obviously we've been hyping him up.
Yeah.
He was a previous eSailing World champion as well. So we'll see how it goes, but it does look like a penalty here on Barbie and FIV Rock.
Yeah, but amazing start from Azir Pepito at the moment.
Yeah. We'll see. No clear winner. There's no clear advantage for either over here. Each team had one player who took the penalty as they were starting, so is slightly behind. And now in the 3v3, well, 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 is a winning combo, so it's going to be fighting at between these 4 players at the top, trying to push the others out of the podium place. Both French deciding to tack. Now Sozi is going to wait a bit before tacking. And we're back into the end shape over here. So this mark is going to be rounded, leaving it on starboard this time. Pepito is going to force 42 to tack before tacking again.
Nice swap from the Italian, but this one was what actually Pepito was counting on, so they can have Azir in the lead and the right wing shift that is coming, they get the best advantage possible.
Yeah,
Lorenzo
like,
is a little bit he's not aggressive on Pepito. He's doing what he should do. If we needed to come back from a race like this, the Italian need to do more than that. That the simple and easy maneuver, they need to risk a bit more, but there is time to do that. So
yeah, well, it is going to be the French who round this first mark first. Acer getting into this this mark zone. Pepito is going to follow him. We see Pepito not doing any kind of mark trap. He's going to continue to sail normally. Sozi in third, 42 in fourth, FIV Rock in fifth, and Barbie is in sixth. So the French are going to count on keeping this 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 position. it's going to be hard for Barbie to climb up. Although it is the downwind, so she will have the wind shadow to slow down the opponents behind.
Is really a patchy wind, as you can see. Now now Pepito get a little bit of advantage. Now Sozi should need to follow him really closely and force him on a jibe where there is no wind. As you can see, Pepito is slowing down massively. But from the back, Lorenzo 42 is almost stopped. There's no wind over there. Sozi is focusing on Pepito and solely on Pepito.
Yeah, that's the
Uh,
good thing to do. They want to get him out of this top three. They want to force the
yeah,
French with just the first place if they're going to leave the first place to Acer, and with that they might have a better chance of winning.
there is a puff coming down, as you can see. Sozi and Pepito started.
Yep,
11 knots now for them. Is a really patchy wind. And actually, LS42 is back in the game. And Pepito is
Acer
actually
is
too fast. He's going away from the wind.
Acer has been massively slowed down as well. He didn't catch the wind immediately and was caught up by everyone else, which means that the fleet is tight again.
Yeah. Can we do this wind more often? I love this kind of catching up with all the fleet. And see, Azia 7.5 knots. He's not in the wind. The Sozi is in the wind. And Pepito 7.5, Lorenzo 7.9. The only one in the wind is Sozi. That is actually losing the sails because she wants to slow down Pepito as much as she can. Double jab here on Pepito.
It's gonna be some hard
Again.
defense to do from the French and some hard attacking on the Italians over here, playing
Yeah.
very well on both teams so far. And especially the Italians for managing to catch
Yeah.
up the top two over here. Looks
At
like
the
Acer is
moment,
still going to be the first one to reach the mark zone.
yeah.
But they're going to have to be careful with friendly fire. Barbie taking a penalty from FIV Rock at the back. And this mark rounding is going to decide a lot of it. Friendly
It's
fire
a
from
friendly
Acer on
fire.
Pepito.
A penalty also for
42 taking
42,
the
actually.
penalty as well from Acer. And they're very close to each other. It's hard to see which one is which.
Pepito is in the lead, Azir in the second. Nice moment for the French right now.
And FIV Rock getting close very quickly as well. Acer in the mark zone. Rounding the mark, no penalties so far on either team. Friendly fire from FIV Rock bumping into 42.
Let's see if the move of FIV Rock going all the way to the left is going to pay up.
Well, there is
And
some
so
pressure over there on the left. It's just a matter of if they can catch it. There is also a bit of it on the right, and you're going to see this wind pressure coming down as well. Stronger on the left,
yeah.
like stronger on the extremities, but still some pressure in the middle coming down.
The main point will be if FIV Rock will have a massive left wind shift and it can actually pass 42 because pass Azir, because if he can pass Azir, no, there's no more chance, to be honest. He's really close to the group, to the leader, but he's a little bit too late. He need to put a penalty on that, and Italians split really well. They're getting some advantage from that, but the course is not long enough that permits a nice comeback on the last upwind. It just permits you to defend the position on the upwind. And at the moment is a victory for France.
Looks like it's going to be a 1-2 for France, tying it up at 3-3. And well played by the French. That was a good start on both teams. Slightly better from Pito and Acer, who managed to then take the first mark and then defended very well against 42 and Suzy, who were
Yep.
very strategic in how they were slowing them down and where they were jibing and all of that. So it was very well played by both teams, I'm going to say. But 1-2-6 for the French.
Yep.
4-5 for the Italians.
And they tied up again. 3-3.
Up. Love to see it.
Now we are changing back, right? We're going to F50. So new boat.
F50. New boat, new course.
New boat, new course. And the boat is a 4v4 event. So we are speaking about a format that we saw before, but will be a reaching start. The boat are foiling all the time. And this is a boat that allow a lot of comeback on the course. So if you tackle too much, you're going to lose the position. If you're in a wrong patch of wind, you're losing position. If you're being covered by another teammate, another boat, you're going to lose the position. So I think we'll see a lot of going and coming back from that.
Yep. Gonna read the chat a bit. Gabriele Marioni say Italiano V.
Yeah, say Italiano.
Yeah.
I mean, are Italian, right?
Yeah, Alberto is. I am French. Track 31, Pepito et Acer, les best. They did a very good race previously in that mixed J70 Pierre Crémer Allez de France. Nikosh 86, this one is not for team race. I'm going to disagree with that. That wind allowed for a possible comeback.
Yeah. I say everybody's in, so I think we can give it a start.
Yep, if you're happy with it, I'm happy with it. And let's go 4v4 F50, as you say, a very fast boat that's going to be foiling throughout the whole race, likely one of the fastest boats. And we're going into a reaching start, meaning that the wind is going to come from the side and the boat are going to pick up the speed.
Yeah.
As they cross the finish line, they want to be at maximum velocities. That's where they're going to be starting quite far from the start line and doing these laps between the start line and the boundaries. These white lines, thick white lines with the green line in front or yellow line, is the boundaries that you cannot cross. If you do touch it or go too deep into it, you're going to be slowed down for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And on the French side, we're going to have full hydrosail, Cool Xav Nice, Julie Fra, Acer, Ordana Clamarosa, thank you for the follow.
On the Italian side, we have Luca Kozlovic from Trieste, Amos Di Benedetto from Trentino, from oh my god, never remember. 42 from Genova and Moro di Napoli from Naples.
Well, 12 seconds to go. Boats are going to start to get close to the start line. Watch out for the false starts. Well, let's just enjoy the start. 2, 1, go. Good start from Acer over here. Good start from full hydrosail. Good start from Cool Xav Nice as well, who's going to be able to push Luka Kozlovic and maybe allow Julie Fra to come in into that podium. Penalty here from Cool Xav Nice on the Luka Kozlovic. And this first
amazing job by Moro di Napoli that was missed by Azir, and impressive job from the Neapolitan player here.
Paul QNO, c'est quoi les chiffres qui entourent les bateaux en rouge ou vert? What are the numbers that are around the boats in red or green? These are the rule numbers. So rule 18 is when you're in the mark zone. Rule 11 is when there is an overlap. Rule 10 is when you have the starboard advantage and all of that. So that's to see what rule is being applied and who has the advantage. If it's red, then you're going to take the penalty if there is a collision. And if it's green, then the opponent will take the penalty if there's a collision.
Amazing race by Moro di Napoli at the moment.
Yep.
That is fighting against two Bam, penalty to Azir.
Penalty to Azir, who did not try to avoid it, probably thinking it was worth taking the penalty than trying to avoid it. If we snapshot the ranking, it is a 1, 2, 3, 4 for France, but Italy are very close, and Mora Di Napoli is going to do an interesting move over here and likely going to be able to cut in front of several of the French players. And well, 4v4, as we said earlier, 1, 2, 7, 8 is a losing combo. So if you have 1, 2, do not have 8th. Penalty, unfortunately, for Mora Di Napoli from Xev Nice. And he's going to penalize Kozlovic, Luka. Well, 2 penalties. 3 penalties it was in total. Well, more or less everybody. Which is going to allow them to kind of confirm this 1, 2, 3. Xev Nice is the only one not on the, well, with an Italian in front. And that's likely what they want. If they have one player in the middle of the Italians, they can likely try to put some penalties in there. For the Italians, it's all about catching up the first ones. They need to push 2 out of the 4 French, and 7 and 8. Marion en prison, such a close score. Ketchup, Inc. Allez les Français. It is such a close score, and we love to see it. We want to see these ping pong points going back and forth between the two teams. And I mean, we were expecting a close score between these two teams. You know, both one of the strongest eSailing nations. Italy having a title to defend, France having a title to win back.
And I think they're giving us the show that we deserve here, right?
Absolutely. Well, Amos is managing to get into the podium over here, choosing to go on the left of the course.
He's trying to
Maybe
split
that'll
up
pay
because
off.
if there is, if it pays off, it's going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
But still, having the 7 and 8 is always a pain. You're not going to win if you have Lorenzo and Luca in the last position.
Salut, Mook. Nice to see you over there. Possible de changer la vue des bateaux. Is it possible to change the POV of the boats? What do you mean by that? Well, the French are very close at on the podium over there, so just watch out with the friendly fire. But it is going to be the last downwind before the reaching finish. As long as nothing crazy happens. Gérald Sprier, Allez France from Cannes. And well, an amazing race by the French, amazing start that allowed them to be in a more comfortable position after. Unfortunately, Amos Di Benedetto did do some very nice moves and managed to catch up. Unfortunately, at some point took the penalty and fell down the ranking. And it is a 1, 2, 3 for the French, 4, 5 for the Italians. Xev Nice is going to take place number 6. Luka Kozlovic and 42 are going to close the march in 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Meaning that the French take the advantage once more.
Absolutely. And everything was done at the start. An amazing start from the French. Nothing you can say about that. I have to say that Moro Di Napoli did an impressive job. Tried to squeeze out all the thing he could on the first upwind, avoiding all the penalty and so on. Unlikely was not the race for Luka Kozlovic and Lorenzo Sorrenti that they didn't manage to put a lot of thing in this race. They tried their best, but their best was not enough for this race.
5v5 Ilka. New-ish territory.
But first match point for France.
First match point for France, absolutely. Completely forgot about that. I was just enjoying the races. It is 4-3 for France, meaning that they are on match point. The next race that they win is gonna crown them champion for the 2024 eSailing Nations Cup.
If they're
Gérald
going to
Spier,
yes.
I see your message. I'll try to do it. Nikosh86 Trap, well done Xav. Well played by him. And Gato Miao Sai Sai, 4-3 for France.
Yeah. We still have a few seconds for the start. Everybody seems in with their boat in control.
Yep.
And I say we can go.
Let's go.
To be honest, here I see an amazing roster for the French. Italian do not have any more impressive player to put on. They put everything at the beginning, and this one will be a tough one for the Italian to win, and it will be a tough one. It will be the first match point for France. Not saying that the Italian are really bad, but before we have Rocco, before we have Lorenzo, before we have Luca, that are all finalists. Over here we have Tommy Tumble, that is the silver medal in the team racing championship. We have Velisa71, former world champion. We have Movimento Cinque Nodi, Carlos Bacchi from Sicily, runner-up for the Italian team racing championship, and Fabio Zac from Lignano Yacht Club.
5 seconds to go. Baldamu 974, who won last year? It was Italy. In the same matchup, it was France and Italy in the grand final, and Italy won 5-4. And well, as we saw the start over here, a slightly better start from the Italians. Friendly fire from Mournier on, well, Mournier just went on Alex Kowalski taking the penalty.
Really bad start from the two stars from former world champions, Azir and Kowalski, both with a penalty. So definitely that one is something that was definitely not expected at the beginning of this race.
Yep. Well, we
At the
have,
moment,
as
we
you can
have
see on the view over here, we have 3 French very far on behind the rest of the boats. So Xav Nice and Asea are going to have to do some work.
Yep. There is a massive right wing shift coming, so that's why Movimento Cinque Nodi, Fabio Zac, and Moro Di Napoli are going to the right to follow them, to making sure that they're not going to get any huge advantage from this situation. After that, there will be a left wing shift coming, so as you can feel, the race is not finished yet.
Yep. No, definitely. And the Italians are going to be maybe slightly more aggressive or slightly more careful. I don't know which way they're going to go, but with France on match point, they're not going to want to let it go to any chances. And well, they're doing well so far. They do have the advantage in terms of placements and score. Movimento Cinque Nodi likely going to force full hydro sail to. I was maybe expecting a dial down on from Movimento Cinque Nodi on full hydro sail.
Yeah, it was probably the team captain suggested to play safe.
Yep.
A penalty over there is really more costly, and what you need is to have someone just behind to slow down the boat in front of you.
Yeah. So
So
Tommy.
like Tommy, Velista, and Moro can run away.
Yeah. Well, Tommy Tambo is doing a good job of forcing Zev Nice to go far above, allowing his teammates to pass in front.
Yeah.
So at the mark over here, it's going to be Messi. Movimento Cinque Nodi was the first penalty on Moro Di Napoli from Alex K. Penalty on Fabio Zac. I believe it was from Mournier, but we lost a bit of
Yeah.
time. putting that penalty. Meanwhile, Xevnice in front is going to battle against Tommy Tamble, managing to take the inside of the mark and is just behind Velista 71. He's going to allow
Yeah.
the rest of the team to catch up, though he is himself being slowed down as well by Tommy Tamble.
Amazing maneuver by Kowalski there to give a penalty to Moro di Napoli. And here we have
Xevnice took the
Fabio
penalty
Zak.
from Tommy Tamble.
Fabio Zak is in the hunt with Mournier and Moro di Napoli on Hydrosail in the back. Xevnice is not covering Tommy Tamble, so he's out of the covering area. Tommy Tamble going 0.1 knot faster than Xevnice. Movimento
Yeah,
5
Tommy
Nodi though is
Tamble
in
went
battle with
in the wind
Azir.
pressure.
If you can watch as Movimento 5 Nodi versus Azir, let's start a nice battle over there.
Yep.
At the moment, Azir have the right of way because is on the downwind side, but is not overlapped yet. So at the moment, as you can see, the red circle is 12, means that the both are not yet overlapped. But the overlap will start soon.
Maybe if you get slightly closer, he is getting closer and closer. We see Mournier taking a penalty on the ranking over there, and as I said, that Movimento 5 Nodi is slowly getting away, going slightly faster than Acer.
Azir going for attack. Movimento 5 Nodi try to defend. Carlo is defending from Tristan. Tristan get the position, and Tristan is fifth. There's no overlap between the two boats, and Tristan get the position here.
Yeah, Velista 71 and Tommy Tamble are the first two Italians. Penalty here on Movimento 5 Nodi as he tried to put it on Acer. Xevnice Kowalski are now in front. Acer is likely going to be staying onto Movimento 5 Nodi to allow his teammates full Hydrocell, who took the penalty from Moro di Napoli, meaning that Acer is now going to have to bounce back onto Moro di Napoli to try to help out his teammate. Meanwhile, Velista 71, Tommy Tamble, Xevnice have started the upwind leg. Italy still having that 1 and 2 position.
The 1 and 2 position is a strong start, but 1 to 5 is a winning combo. So Xevnice and Kowalski need to do a lot.
Yep,
to
as
make
Acer
sure
got the
that
penalty
their
here
teammates
on
are catching
Movimento
up.
5 Nodi.
Oh, penalty also on Mournier though.
Mournier taking an unnecessary penalty here at the mark, touching it.
Yeah. That is really costly because that is a 10 point. 5, 11, 7, 10, 13, 21, 31 point for France at the moment.
And well, in 5v5, you need 27 or less to win. Alex Kowalski with the famous dial down on Moro di Napoli.
Yeah.
They need to get him out of that 5th place. They want to make sure that full Hydrocell and Mournier gets a couple of places as well if they want to win it. Italy still need to defend. Tommy Tamble and Velista 71 are still racing their race on the top left over there. We're going to see Xevnice coming in. What do you think? Tommy Tamble and Velista 71 should confirm this 1 and 2, correct?
Yeah, I think so. 1, 2, 27. 27 you win, right?
27, you win.
They just need to put Mournier in the back. If they have 1, 2, they just need to put Mournier in the back.
Which means that the French need to have Mournier in the front.
Yeah. If Mournier is 9th, is good for the French. If Mournier is 10th, 1, 2 is going to win for Italy.
Well, we're going to see Acer over here trying to slow down Fabio Zak.
Fabio Zak is
Maybe.
coming back to
Yeah.
help on Mournier.
But Movimento Cinco is now taking 5th. Mora di Napoli is now in 10th, so Mornia took the 9th. This is gonna change a lot still until we've reached the end. Released 71 Tommy Tambo confirming
Bad
this 1
move
and
for
2.
Nice. Bad move for Nice. Oh, it's really, really close. It's really, really close. Seems the point is for Italy. The Italian have an advantage, but the race is not finished yet. They are closing up at the moment.
A lot of penalties here at
with...
the end. I think the French have the last position.
Yeah, and is a victory for Italy. So we're going on the 4-4, like yesterday, my friend.
That was
Do we
nerve-wracking.
take a couple of minutes here now?
Add
I say
1
so,
minute,
right?
I think. Add 1 minute.
Yeah, exactly. Oof. Sorry, guys, I was silent because it was too intense. There was so many changes between the players. The French are actually going up and down. Amazing done by Velisa 71 and Tommy Tamble. They definitely need a lot of recognition for the amazing start they did.
Yep.
But after that, in my point of view, and nobody will say that out loud, Fabio Zac. Fabio Zac did everything perfectly. Moro Di Napoli risked a lot. That's why I'm not giving it to him. Because on leg 2, he get the penalty, finished last. Then he catch up and going back and stuff like that. But Fabio Zac staying with Mournier, giving him penalty, putting him behind, making sure he is the last one. Amazing job by the Italian from the Lignano Yacht Club.
Yep. Which means that this last race is going to decide it all. We're going back to the 3v3 F50. It was an Italian win in the 3v3. It was a French win in the F50.
Oh, so the French have a Pepito, Hydrosail, Azir.
That is a very strong lineup.
The Italian have Rocco Guerra, Luca Kozlovic, Bonatti. On the paper, the French has a stronger team. But both have a really, really strong one and an average strong one. So Luka Kozlovic and FIV Rock, super strong. Azir and Pepito, super strong. Charizard and Full Hydrosail, kind of strong too, but not as strong as. This is nerve-wracking, my friend.
Well, we can see it in the chat. Foiled 11, yeah. 3 race, Gato Miao, give me a cardio tonic.
Yeah, give me two.
Says Gerald Spritz, which means basically that was a hard race. The last go French, last race over here.
My heart was beating for for them. In the man of I was nervous to see the race.
Type 1 in the chat if you support Italy. Type 2 in the chat if you support France. Show your support for the teams. 1 for Italy, 2 for France.
Yeah.
Show them
and
you're
say
supporting
we can
them.
go now, all right?
Yep, all 6 boats in, all 6 boats in control.
And good luck and thank you for the show that they showed us so far.
For sure.
And
good luck
congratulations to both the team that they showed they really deserve this one to be here.
I'm actually changing my question. Who wins this race according to you watching us in the chat? France or Italy?
Yeah.
1 for Italy, 2 for France. 3 says Maradoni. Rick Von Pigeon is gonna predict a French win.
Yeah.
30 seconds to go.
But even yesterday, we saw everything is on the start, and then on the last leg of the last downwind, everything changed. So I'm not saying anything here.
Let's just say things as they happen.
Yeah,
11
exactly.
seconds. Boats are picking up speed, getting closer to the start line. It is
Ooh,
Acer with a penalty here, given by the Italian.
from Rock,
He's going to
FIV
sit
Rock.
on him. Pepito with a nice start, but FIV Rock with the better start. Better start for Luka Kozlovic as well. Bo Hydrocell is the only one in the French, from the French on the podium. He's going to have to slow down the rest of the Italians as Luka Kozlovic tries to push Acer away. And Bo Hydrocell taking his time in the mark. Pepito a bit slowing down, trying to round the mark, going a bit too much head to win. So FIV Rock is far in front, so they have the first place for now, meaning that the French are likely going to try to make sure that they get 2 and 3 and
Yeah.
push at least one of the Italians in 6th. 1-2 where 1 and 3 is a winning combination.
And if you
And
have
if you
1
have
and
2 and
4,
3,
you do not leave.
yeah.
2-3-5 is always a winning. 2-3-6 is losing. So at the moment, seems Italy has the lead for just 1 point. Nice comeback from Azir from the penalty on the start line.
Yeah, well,
Let's see if the dial down
interestingly,
works.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at the previous, what happened previously in the 3v3 F50. France hasn't won their 3v3 F50 in the semifinal
Ooh.
against Poland. It was, and Italy
Same
won one
roster.
out of the 2, so they lost the semifinal as well, but they won the quarterfinals.
At the moment, Luka Kozlovic is back in third. Azir needed to have done 2 different tack, and that one is definitely slowing down. Luka Kozlovic here in third, dialing down to get more speed. Try not to be covered by full hydrosail. Full hydrosail try to slow down to give a penalty to Luka.
Look at the back here between Acer and Charizard. Penalty here
Azir
on
on
Luka
a
Kozlovic.
huge dial down.
Sorry, it was Pepito, not Acer, on Charizard. We now have 2 Italians in 5 and 6.
Yep.
But we're getting close to the marks, and with the F50 getting into one mark zone or to the other can sometimes
A lot of
mix up a
traffic on the
bit.
French
Yeah.
side.
But the French confirming their lead on Charizard and Luka Kozlovic. FIV Rock is still far, far, far ahead. He's likely soon going to be
Probably is
asking
coming
himself,
back in next
yeah,
upwind.
soon going to be asking himself if he should probably slow down and come help out his teammates just to make sure that they do not have that 5 and 6. Because even if they do have the first place, they need to have at least one player on the podium to get that win.
Let's
After at
see
the
if
start, Acer
Luka
was
Kozlovic
under the
can
pen
get
is not. They're
one
going to have to
of
watch the
their.
footage again on that. But Acer took a penalty, and then it was Rock who stayed on Acer to put that penalty a bit longer. And I see Pietro
Full
Gatti putting the
hydrosail.
Italian flag, Gérald Sprier putting the French flag. It is still not over.
Oh, look, penalty!
Yeah, full
Penalty for full
hydrocell taking the
hydrosail.
penalty. Acer having to duck down to avoid it, meaning that Charizard is now on the podium with 3rd. And Pepito is the only French on the podium.
Another comeback, another change of the racing. Look at here, we already have Italian winning at the start, French winning on the first upwind. Italy winning is now in the second upwind. Let's see if Charizard can actually do something. Look at 5-5 Rock
Rock
coming
with
back.
a dial down, gonna try to put the penalty or slow down Pepito. Acer
He's doing
is,
something. Is effective. Is effective. Is going 2 knots slower.
and he's gonna have the advantage on Acer and full hydrocell.
If I am
Meaning
Charizard,
that
I will tack over the mark and go to the other one. Yeah, exactly. Well done from Charizard. Nice block from FIV Rock. He doesn't
yep.
have to lose the first position, but seems Charizard have the first position. Let's see if FIV Rock get a penalty here. FRA Rock is in front of Pepito. We are few seconds to the finish of this last race of this 2024 Nations Cup. Let's see what's going to
Watch
happen.
out for the friendly fire penalty on Pepito as they were getting into the mark zone. Italians have
But
one.
FIV
As
Rock
Serre
lost
is
position.
taking penalty on FIV Rock as well, meaning that we're gonna have two French.
Luka Kozlovic. Is Luka Kozlovic now is his moment? Is need to give a penalty to Pepito. He doesn't need to have the last position, and is a French win. And is a French win.
1-4-6 for the Italians, 2-3-5 for the French.
And is a French win. Congratulations to France.
Sorry,
Amazing, impressive results. No, wait, why is that? It was an impressive race.
No, it was an impressive
believe...
race. Congratulations to both teams. And it is officially a French victory in the 2024 eSailing Nations Cup. France taking the gold medal back from the Italians after losing in 2023 and losing again in the round robin stage 7-0. What a match that was. And this race was not decided until the end. We thought for a moment that Italy had it in the bag with Charizard and FIV Rock taking the lead over there. But then unfortunate penalty and Serre taking the second place with full hydrocell, putting the penalty on Luka Kozlovic, allowing them to go in front. And well, congratulations to both teams.
Yeah. Congratulations to both teams. Congratulations to Team France for a victory that was taken on the last few seconds of the race. As you can see, the result says FIV Rock first until the sixth leg and then finish sixth. So think about how much change in the last few seconds on the race. A lot of have been done here. I think a penalty from Luka Kozlovic to Pepito will have changed the race, because if we consider that FIV Rock was less than 1 second behind Pepito, would have changed it. But as I said before, French put their best at the last. Azir has changed the whole results. He did 4 races. He won 3 out of that. So Azir is definitely man of the match for this race. He turned back everything that Italy has done good, and with his quality, that he was the one changing the results back for all the races. So congratulations to Team France, congratulations to Azir, that he changed completely the outcome of the event. Probably the first point lost with the 4v4 J70 was unexpected from the Italian point of view. If they did better in that occasion, this could be a different results. But definitely congratulations to both the teams. Amazing show that you give us tonight.
Time for us to wrap it up, Alberto. It was absolutely an amazing night again. If you haven't already, also watch the bronze final, because it was the same level of sailing, bouncing back all the time, and not a clear winner until the very end, just like we saw with France and Italy over here. Well done to France. Well done to Italy. France are now officially the champions of the 2024 eSailing Nations Cup. And well, this has been Oscar, your host, with Alberto. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you for watching.
See you soon for the eSailing World Championship.
Yeah, we're starting back soon, guys. Don't miss that.